Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for joining me here today on Illy Energy. This reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars. Can apply to your inner planets. If you're watching this as an Aquarius Sun and it's not resonating with you, perhaps you may need to go and check out your other placements, okay? So we're going to dive right into it. Almost started dealing with cards upside down. And just like how we always start off, I just want to know what messages are Aquarius, or my Aquarians, sorry. What messages are my Aquarians to know for the month of August? What messages want to come forward for Aquarians in August? Honestly, we have the Death card. So the Death card seems to be a card that is coming out for quite a number of folks. And I've been seeing a lot of astrologers talk about this being a time for change and transformation. Aquarius, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, you could be dealing with somebody with Scorpio placements. We have the Two of Pentacles. I believe that there is a decision that you have to make, and whatever it is that you choose to do, whether you go right or left, it's going to be a life-altering, life-changing, and transformation time. Some of you are in the pre-contemplation stage of leaving a job. That's what I'm hearing. You're trying to weigh your pros and cons and see what would be your best exit strategy, or you're weighing your pros and cons to see what else you can do besides this job. It's like, okay, I could leave this job to pursue something that I am passionate about. Some of you may also be just now discovering what those passions may be, but some of you are thinking about leaving the job to discover what your passions are or to follow your dreams. But some of you are saying, well, like, if I leave this job to follow my dreams, like, are my dreams going to be able to afford me the lifestyle that I want? Is it going to give me the security I want? Yes, I don't particularly like this job, but I have everything that I need in order to survive and to maintain my current lifestyle. We have the Magician, Mercurial Energy. Some of you guys are trying to figure out how to even vocalize the fact that you are trying to leave. Like, some of you are in a space where even though you are going through the back and forth, weighing the pros and cons, you know that you want to leave. Some of you have been preparing for this time since like the beginning of when you noticed that things were breaking down in your current job that you're in. And you've been making sure that you can take as much experience and learn as much as you can from this position to move on to the next stage in your life and to put your learned experiences into what this new passion project of yours is. So some of you are actually ready to make that step. And for those of you, congratulations. It isn't easy stepping out and starting afresh. I feel like I said this for Scorpio as well. So again, Scorpio energy presenting itself again. Scorpio is all about transformation and change. Some of you may finally make that decision to leave your job during Scorpio season. Or that might be when you finally make a decision on what it is that you want to do. I see a lot of you moving on though. Especially with the Magician popping out, and we have the Page of Swords. With the Magician popping out, a lot of you have already started to take steps towards manifesting what it is that you want. With the Magician showing up, it's showing me that some of you have already taken the steps, as I said earlier, towards creating and cultivating your new future. Page of Wands, Page of Swords. This is something that's very new. I feel like it's a little intimidating for you. I am getting the sense, again, like I said, some of you are going to be making your decision in Scorpio season. You are going to be making the decision to leave your situation, leave your job, leave your current work life in and around Scorpio season, and start something that's very new, very fresh. You're not really sure about its longevity, you're not really sure about its security, but you do see the potential for it to grow and blossom into something bigger and better than what it is that you're doing right now, with the Page of Swords, showing up alongside of the Magician, which is I can't talk. With the Page of Swords showing up next to the Magician, Mercurial energy. The reason why some of you have not made that step is because you're not really sure what to say and how to say it. You're not really confident in the skills that you possess, or you're not confident in your ability to move forward. But we have the Emperor here, and we have the Three of Cups, okay? So Emperor energy showing up could be dealing with an Aries, could have Aries in your placements. Aries, if you have Aries in any of your inner planets, to me, that's just signifying that you do actually have the drive and motivation that it takes to be a boss. I feel like a lot of you are also tired of just like working for other people. And I can relate. A lot of you are probably tired of working for other people, or you're tired of being in a position where you don't feel as though you will ever get to the top. You know, we have pages here, and although there are equal amounts of major arcana out, the major arcana that are out right now are not power player cards, in my personal opinion. Yeah, the Magician is powerful, but the Magician is in a space where they're currently cultivating things. The Emperor is already managing all of the things that they've already created. They already have the foundation. They already have an empire. They already rule over a kingdom. The Magician is just getting started, right? So I feel like a lot of you are in a space where you kind of feel like you've been in like entry level positions or at the bottom, not yet being able to break through into the 1%, and you're tired because you know that you deserve to be happiness. It's in your cards. It's in the future for you. Ultimate stability when it comes to finances is very important to you. It's very important for you guys to be able to see yourselves long term, not having to worry about anything, okay? We have the Emperor and Empress have already shown themselves. And I haven't seen the Empress card in a really long time. And I think it's interesting that, you know, I was just talking about feeling as though you're at the bottom of the barrel or at the lower end of the totem pole in your current career, and then the Empress shows up. To me, that's just saying that like you feel like you've been giving a lot, but you haven't been receiving what it is that you truly deserve. Seven of Wands showing up here, if it'll focus. We have the Seven of Wands, and we also have the Ace of Wands here. So you've probably found yourself in multiple like workplace battles, or always feeling like you have to justify your actions, always feeling like you have to explain yourself, always having to, like justify and defend your actions, defend why it is that you did what you did. And I'm getting a sense that, you know, you went to bat like 7 times about something, and on the 8th time, that's when you had like your aha, eureka, epiphany moment where you need to really start evaluating where it is that you see yourself for the next 6 months. I'm getting like a lot of you guys are just not trying to ring in the new year where it is that you are right now. Like it's just not working out for you. It's not where you see yourself. Yeah, I see you against everybody. Interesting energy to show up after the Empress. It's like after you are the type that is literally willing to do everything to everyone, do everything for everybody. You're willing to go the extra mile and give to everyone. You're not receiving anything. What you are actually receiving is backlash, is hate, is microaggressions, micromanagement, people just being really nitpicky towards you. And you are just finally like at the end of your rope, ready to move into a different phase in your life. We have the Moon and the Three of Pentacles, and it's interesting that this showed up because I was saying in my mind, and I probably should have said it out loud, that with the Emperor showing up, I know that I was saying that you guys are wanting to, you know, be at the top of the food chain, but also you guys don't really want to be at the top of the food chain. Aquarius, I don't get the vibe that you really want to be your own boss. That doesn't mean that you don't want to have control over your work schedule and stuff like that. Like, I feel like there needs to be some sort of a balance. Aquarius, you enjoy working with others. Three of Pentacles showing up. You like to work in a team. You work well in a team. I think the idea of you pursuing entrepreneurship is a little unsettling to you, and it makes you feel a little bit uneasy. Moon card here, because you're not really sure of what to expect. You're not really sure you necessarily have what it takes, especially since you have been, you know, groomed to work in groups your entire life. I feel like you find comfort in working in groups, but you also want to be respected. I think that's why the Emperor is showing up for you guys. You want to be respected at the end of the day. I'm getting the sense that you're just not feeling respected, and respect is what it is that you are after. Eight of Cups. So Aquarius, I'm not going to tell you to listen to what I'm saying, but I'm going to tell you to listen to what I'm saying. Eight of Cups is showing up after trying to figure out what it is to do and where you're going to go next. Eight of Cups is showing up after your Two of Pentacles option. Is showing up after your Two of Pentacles moments where you're weighing out your options, trying to figure out what it is that is going to work for you. The Eight of Cups showing up to me is saying that you're going to figure out that what works for you is not currently what you're doing, but you're going to walk away and walk towards something that you actually enjoy and find value in and feel like you're being accepted and appreciated. You're going to be walking towards something in which you feel like all of the work that you put in is being reciprocated. So if you're watching this, Aquarius, and you are in something to which you feel like is a dead-end job, I would suggest that you start looking now for what you want to do next, because you don't want Scorpio season to come around and feel like you are being ambushed, especially when we already had this conversation. Two of Swords, Libra energy. You have Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Libra and Cancer energy. If you have this in your chart, could be what's showing up. It could be you kind of battling between like what makes sense logically versus what makes sense emotionally. You may have people like this in your life, Three of Pentacles, who are offering support or advice, or you may go to these people for support and advice. We have Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Two of Swords, 222, okay? Angel numbers. If you are worried about the next step, if you're worried about launching off into the unknown, you don't know what to expect, I would say not to worry about that. 222 signals or signifies that the Angels are looking out for you. Have your best interest in heart. The universe has got your back. To move forward with conviction and move forward knowing that at the end of the day, your destiny is secured. This is ultimately what it is that you want. Have faith in the divine that you will be moving towards that when you walk away from what is no longer serving you, you are going to be walking into the arms of what it is you truly want to be doing, okay? As I'm shuffling, I did see none of them came out. But as I was saying, as I was shuffling, I did see the Judgment card. If there are any of you who are worried about what people are going to say and what people are going to think of you once you up and quit your job, because especially in a pandemic, at a time where job security is fleeting, you leaving your job can really be triggering to some people. Don't allow people's opinions to keep you in a situation where you just don't feel fulfilled, where you're not happy. Those people don't have to work that job, you do. They don't have to wake up at the crack of dawn and drive however many hours away to deal with shitty ass people for 8 or 12 hours, you do. And I'm getting, I'm getting the sense that this is something that you have been doing for a long time. You've been contemplating this for a while. This isn't something that just came randomly out of thin air, like you woke up one day and said, yeah, I'm going to quit my job. This is something that you have been thinking about. You have really been deliberating with the idea, playing with the idea, right? So don't worry about what people are going to say. People always seem to want to have an opinion on what it is that you're doing. Don't listen to them. Ace of Pentacles and the Devil. Ooh, fun energy. To me, it's just saying that the next thing that you do in life, the next journey or the next chapter of your career journey, of your work journey, needs to really be something that you are very passionate about and that you really, really enjoy. This first career, for some reason, I'm getting the sense that like you stayed in it because it was stable. Because there's a lot of pentacle energy out. So it could be that this was something that was stable for you, which is why you've been there for so long. But now when you are moving on and leaving, you need to be picking something that really ignites you, that really adds fuel to your fire. Okay, let's see if there's any last messages for Aquarius. I feel like that was pretty good. I really like that. We have the Four of Pentacles. I apologize, guys. I don't know what's going on with my autofocus. But Four of Pentacles, so I'm going to leave it at that. It's at the bottom of the deck. Strength, and we have the Ten of Swords. So, just to do a really quick recap for you on what is going on in your energy. Four of Pentacles, Strength, and Ten of Swords is kind of giving me like advice vibes. So the cards have shown that you will be walking away from what it is that you are currently doing. And the responsible thing to do would be to be smart with your money and save your money at this time. Don't make any large purchases. Don't go super crazy at like your favorite store. That doesn't mean that you can't have nice things, but you're gonna have to exercise self-control. You're gonna have to exercise self-control. Why do I want to say control? What is control? Okay. You're going to have to exercise self-control and refrain from being loosey with your money. You are going to need to make sure that you are going to be at least financially stable for 4 to 6 months in the event that you do choose to leave your job and you don't find something right away. With the Strength card, Ten of Swords is just further echoing death, further echoing that this is the end of your current journey with this job. It was cool while it lasted, learned what you needed to learn. Now it's time to move on. I am hearing that you are going to be hard on yourself. I feel like there's going to be a point in time where once you've quit, and this is especially if you quit and you don't have a job to go right into, that you're going to be really hard on yourself. And that could be because I also saw the Judgment card earlier before. It could be you being hard on yourself because of what other people around you are saying. But just remember to be strong, keep the faith. You got this. You know, during that time, if you are quitting your job and not immediately going into another job, use that time to figure out exactly what it is that speaks to you and work towards doing something that's going to make you happy. There is no reason that anybody needs to be working a job for the next 20 to 30 years in which they're not happy. We're just not doing it, okay? So that is your reading, Aquarius. Got joy, okay? Look at these cards. Look at them. So happy to be back. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. You drew this card as a reminder that your power comes from staying centered in a feeling of joy. Ask your angels for guidance about any changes you can make to bring more joy into your life and the lives of others. You're feeling trapped. If you're feeling trapped or victimized in any way, the angels can ease your burdens. A joyful outlook brings the freedom you desire, while your responsibilities are simultaneously met. Additional meanings for this card: release or heal any parts of your life that aren't joyful. The answer to your question involves choosing a route that brings you the most joy. Release fears while manifesting and instead focus on feeling the joy as if your desire was already a reality. So I feel like this one actually might resonate a little bit more with the larger collective, because I was talking about not being happy, right? Not being happy, not feeling fulfilled, not feeling appreciated, not feeling celebrated in your current role is largely the reason why you are looking to go elsewhere. And this card is asking you to release or heal any parts of your life that aren't joyful. And with the Death card and the Eight of Cups along with the Ten of Swords, it's showing you that you are meant to release this part of your life as it is no longer making you feel happy. The answer lies in choosing the route that brings you the most joy. So when we saw the Moon card show up and I was discussing you potentially feeling uneasy because you're not sure exactly what to expect once you've walked away and let everything that you know go, don't worry about it. And I know it's hard to not worry about it, especially when your livelihood is one of the things that you are really changing. But once you start to explore what it is that makes you happy to get up in the morning and you start feeling good and looking forward to leaving your house, you're picking the path that brings you the most joy. A joyful outlook brings the freedom you desire while having your responsibilities simultaneously met. It is entirely possible for you to be working, loving what you do, and also making that shmoney happen for yourself. Okay, guys? So I hope that, again, by Scorpio season, you will have made that decision about what it is that you want to do moving forward. And hopefully you guys are moving towards a path of not only enlightenment, but happiness and positivity as well. Okay, Aquarius, thank you so much for sticking with me through this reading. I apologize for the constant switch up, and you will be seeing me in September. Bye.